You've stopped into another episode of Dad Crossing where myself, Nick, and my co-host Sean will have real, honest chats about the highs and lows of dad life. We'll laugh together at the craziness of parenting and the silliness of our kiddos, and we'll support each other through the challenges and tough decisions of fatherhood. Whether you're a seasoned granddad or a dad-to-be, we promise laughs, relatable, and sometimes raw talk, and expert help to tackle the tough issues. Not from Sean and me, but from the amazing guests we'll have on the show. So let's be dads crossing through life together. Sean, here is the one thing that I need to ask you that I'm slightly addicted to this week, and I need to know if it's over there in the UK. At McDonald's right now, are you able to play Monopoly?
Yes.
Sean, I'm so addicted. So addicted. I go in and I spend $1.90 for a large drink so that I can get one. But that's not really why I do it. I go to the counter to get it. Why? Because I will fish through the restaurant and pick up rando tickets that nobody decided to scan. They just leave them everywhere. And maybe every once in a while I'll take one from one on the top of the trash. I'm not trash sticking here, people. I have my merits. I'm not. Don't give me those eyes, Sean. Anyways, I'm absolutely addicted to Monopoly this year. I don't know why. I've totally not played some years. But for some reason this year, it's got me. And I'm playing.
So I have like one of each selection to go. So I have like one in the brown, one in the light blue, one in like all the way through, and I need 2 train stations. So
wow, we're pretty close because me too. I got one of each, and I need 2 train stations. So yeah. I got one. I mean, I need
the big one
of
is
each.
like I need Mayfair. If I get Mayfair, then I can like this 100K.
What?
But I've got Park Lane. I've had that 5 times.
I just realized, Sean, we have different Monopoly properties.
Shut up.
True. I have Boardwalk, but I don't have Park Place. All right, we going through Monopoly properties. I didn't even know that was going to be what this was.
Hang on a second. Where is your Monopoly based on? What are the train stations? What are the train stations called? Oh my god, this is just blowing my mind.
I know, it's done. This is what this whole podcast. I just dawned on me that this is what's happening in this podcast. Unfortunate or fortunate, depending on how y'all listeners take it. Okay, here we go. I'm going into the properties. My train stations. I should know this off the top of my head, but I don't. Reading Railroad. No. Pennsylvania Railroad. Short Line. And I have no idea what the hell this stands for in the railroad industry, but B&O Railroad.
Oh. See, are they real places?
With the railroads, I'm not sure. I don't know most of these.
I have King's Cross, Marylebone, Liverpool Street, and Fenchurch Street, which are all train stations in London.
Okay.
That's where all these are from. They're all.
I'm asking ChatGPT about mine right now because I legitimately don't know. These are not popular right now.
So all the streets for us are in London.
Okay. Okay, so these all were, maybe are, but just I didn't know about them. Reading Railroad. This was a real railroad property called the Philadelphia and Reading Railroad, which operated in the Northeast, mainly Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania Railroad, also real, one of the largest and most powerful railroads in U.S. history. B&O Railroad, short for Baltimore and Ohio Railroad. It was the first common carrier railroad in the United States. And Short Line, this one's an oddball. It wasn't actually a real railroad at all. It likely referred to the Shore Fast Line, a local trolley service that ran between Atlantic City and Ocean City, New Jersey. I just learned a whole lot right there. Didn't know any of that.
Welcome everybody to
Yeah.
a geography education with Sean and Nick.
That's right. Yeah, this is going to be totally about Monopoly. Okay. Do you have electric and waterworks? Electric company and waterworks?
No, they're not out in our selection.
Okay.
But
Do you
on the
have a
board,
property where if
yeah.
you roll the dice and you pay 10 times the amount of that roll? Because that's what it is in the Monopoly game.
I'm not sure. No.
Well, actually,
we have utilities. We have the utility company. So one of them's water and one of them is electric. But you just pay like what it says on the board.
okay. So here, so that's what we have too. Ours is electric company and waterworks. So if you own one and somebody lands on yours, they pay you 5 times the roll. If you own both, they pay you 10 times the roll. As I recall, it's been a while since I played Monopoly. Okay, so you have that. All right. We've already talked about Boardwalk and Park Place being Park Lane, and what is yours?
Mayfair.
Mayfair. Okay. And I mean, these are real places for us, so this makes sense. Your green properties are for us are Pacific Avenue, North Carolina, and Pennsylvania Avenue. I assume they're totally different for you.
Yeah, Regent Street, Oxford Street, and Bond Street.
Oh, are those all in London?
Yep.
Okay.
These are all.
Is Monopoly pretty much completely based off of like London places? And okay, all right.
Yeah.
All right, dude.
So and over here we can buy Monopoly boards for like there is a North Yorkshire version of Monopoly, or a Yorkshire version of Monopoly.
That is really cool. I mean, so you can buy. I do own Sturgisopoly from my city, but that's not from the company. That's like a copyrighted knockoff version that somebody made and was allowed to sell.
Okay.
But there isn't like a Michigan version of Monopoly or something like that. Like at least not that I know of. The only legit version is this version, other than all the other million Monopolies you can get, like Mario and Star Wars and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
So, wow, Sean, I learned so much in this. This was really just supposed to be my commentary about my addiction to Monopoly at McDonald's right now. But, man, that went a lot. Learned a lot more there than I thought I would.
Yeah. We I think me and Lego have managed to have it a couple of times where we've gone in and we've like grabbed stuff while we've been out and about. We've earned enough free stuff to make a full free meal for him.
Nice.
So
yeah, they're pretty generous, right? I would say. I mean, I love the free spins. Although I'm on a losing streak at the moment. Like I think I've lost 6 in a row, which I actually was winning quite a bit. But now I'm the bonus spins. I seem to be losing quite a bit. But
we don't have the bonus spins. I don't think over here.
Oh, really? You don't have bonus plays? So you never get a property, but when you scan a property, then you have bonus plays, and you go and you spin the bonus play, and you'll either win or lose. And if you win, it's nothing. It's not huge. It's usually like small fries and a drink or an ice cream cone or something like that.
Oh no, we just get like it. We'll scan a property and it'll spin and land us on a property.
Like a random property that you just get?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really nice. Yeah, we don't have that at all. No, you just scan your property. That's the property you get, and then you have a bonus play.
I did win a free skincare kit from Groom.
Nice.
Which was a soap and a facial moisturizer, which was quite good. It's actually quite nice.
Very cool. Yeah, I haven't won anything big. If you could win one thing, okay, minus the $1 million, because obviously, let's take out the cash. If you could win one of these like prizes, what would you want to win?
You get $1 million.
This is too much fun. We had no idea. Sean had no idea I was going to bring this up. I thought this was going to be a 5-minute conversation. Yeah, it's gone. I think it's gone. No, I think somebody won it already.
Our top prize is 100,000.
Yeah,
I'm going to assume that's because you are in a larger bit of land than the UK, and it being a tiny little island.
Sure.
So
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, a
I'd
million
happily
dollars, and
take
somebody's already freaking won it. That's the crazy part.
uh,
Yeah.
2 of 2. Nobody's won the big one. Nobody's won the 5K. Nobody's won the holiday. Nobody's won the Merlin annual passes, which gets you into like different theme parks and stuff like that over here.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's won any of the TVs.
Really?
Nobody's won. Yeah, nobody has won the train credit with TrainPal. Nobody has won any of the Virgin Experience days, so we get like £100 Virgin Experience day.
Dude, that's crazy. Stuff is flying off already. I mean, so like the kind of easy one is this like Audio Technica turntable. 22 of those have been won. Somebody won a Polaris. Somebody won a trip to the Kennedy Space Center. Somebody won 10K in home improvements. Somebody won a 2026 Winnebago, which was worth $200,000. 6 TVs have gone. The millions to gone. 12 people have won $10,000 in cash. 200 people have won 500. 500 people have won 250. 1,000 have won 100. Like, yeah, stuff's flying off the shelf over here. And yet, I am not in any of those numbers.
No.
Come on,
neither am I.
McDonald's.
Well,
Throw me a bone. I'm
We
like
should
Charlie
buy
in the
more.
Chocolate
That's it.
Factory over here. All I want's my gold darn ticket.
Just go buy loads of McDonald's. It's we'll start the chubby bracket again in the after the holidays.
Yes!
That's it.
Yeah, but see, Sean, I don't do that. Like I said, I cheat my way to the top. I go in, I get my drink, I'm drinking my drink, I'm eyeing around because people don't care. They'll rip them off, and then they'll read that the only way they can do it is in the app. You can see it. You can see it in their face. They rip it off, and they're like, "Oh, I remember Monopoly. Monopoly was fun." Did you ever have the paper board that you would have to adhere them to? Yeah. In the head,
Yeah.
you can tell the people that are like my age and older are like, "Oh, that's fun," and then they're like, "In the app," and then they just like throw it on the ground. And I'm like, "Thank you."
In the app was easier. I
I love it.
never used to collect them when they're on the paper because I would lose the paper with all of them stuck to it.
I love it. Pro tip though, it says right there in big bold letters, do not throw away your tickets because I guarantee you if you got a main prize, they're asking to see your tickets because it does say that right.
Dear.
Yeah, it does. It at least over here it says you've claimed this property. Please do not throw away because you may be asked to show these properties. So if you're doing that, don't throw them away because if you won the big dog, I guarantee you somebody's like, "Do you have Boardwalk and Park Place? Please show them to me." And if you don't, I bet they're like, "Bummer."
I wonder how many of each ticket they print.
Just the number there is. That's what I was trying to tell.
Oh.
I know exactly how they do this. Okay, I don't know, but I'm very certain. They pick one of the properties from each of the sets, right? And that's like the golden ticket. And they print just enough of those to cover all the prizes. And then they print scads of all the rest of them. Just like you and me. We have all the properties except for that one, right?
Yeah.
And I've got like 15 St. James places just lying around McDonald's. They're like, you like sweep up a pile of St. James Place, I swear. And it's like nobody cares. Like Baltic Avenue, that's the other one. That's the one brown. I don't know what you guys call that, but it's like Baltic Avenue and Mediterranean. It's right as you go around Go. It's the cheap property.
Yeah.
So
Old Kent Road, I think, is something else.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, I mean Baltic's the same way. You can like, I swear, there's like a whole dumpster of Baltic Avenues. People are just like throwing away. So, but nobody knows where Mediterranean is. Well, somebody does. I'm sure some people have probably already got it, but not me.
I see. I always thought there was like maybe how they spread them out, but yeah, that one ticket makes sense. So,
yeah, because if they like bank that some aren't going to get used, and then they do, then they're going to be up a crick if like 4 people have Boardwalk and Park Place, and they're gonna be like, "Oh shit, we don't have $4 million. We have 1. That's all we're giving out."
Fight to the death.
That's right. Hunger Games on Monopoly.
Could you imagine the fallout of that?
Mm-hmm. Over here, Sean. I mean, we're fighting over a $5 coupon to Wendy's. So, I mean, I can't imagine what they'd fight over for $1 million. I mean,
Well, here's a good question though. On the back
sure.
of that, what would you do with $1 million? I think we've asked this question with each other
I think
before.
we have, yeah, at some other random point in our podcast. I don't know if this one or one of the others. I'm lame. I would save. I would pay off all my bills, pay my mom's bills off, and would probably take the rest of the $1 million to put my kids through college if they so chose. The way college is going nowadays. And then I'd put some money back.
Just one child?
That's right. You're gonna have to like figure it out.
Your favorite.
And then I'd save the rest. I mean that.
Yeah, I'm pretty much the same.
Yeah.
I would make sure that I like free of my mortgage free for definite.
Yeah.
So parents mortgage free. Sort my brother out because they live in housing. Probably cover Lindsay's family for bits and pieces as well. So, but yeah,
I'd buy myself, if I was going to do one thing, like one big ticket item, not like real big, like spend it all big, but because the kids, we aren't having any more kids. We legitimately are not having any more kids, if you know what I mean, people. And so that's right. So like the house is big enough for all of us right now. So why in the world do I want to go spend $400,000 on some giganto house? I don't care. This house is doing everything we need it to. And in 10 years, it'll feel way too big probably because everybody, I mean, well, okay, probably. Yeah. I mean, if all goes well and the kids do the things that kids are supposed to do, then it'll just be me and Beck and it'll feel super big probably. So I don't want a big house. So the only thing I can think I'd do is like buy myself a Tesla. That's what I'd do. And not one of those stupid trucks. Just give me I don't want that dumb Cybertruck. I just want like a nice Tesla. I always want. So that would be the biggest ticket item I could see myself buying.
Fair enough.
So, I'd fly and go see you. That's for sure. I'd do that. I would go over there for sure. That's happening.
I was gonna wait. I was waiting for that. No,
yeah, that's happening.
That's a given. That's why we haven't mentioned it. I would buy 3 houses, but like I wouldn't buy them outright because obviously that's not going to go very far in the UK. Just, the one I live in is worth 220, and it's not big enough to house us all. But I'd like each child 100,000, 100,000, 100,000. Buy 3 houses, sign up for the mortgages, and then rent them out to make the money back. And then when each kid's old enough and they need a place to live, kick out the tenants, give them time to find somewhere else, and here's your home. You need to be working because you owe me this much a month. It'll be cheap rent. So.
Yeah, I wondered about like, would you create some type of income with that cash? You could, and it'd probably make you money in the long run. But I think with $1 million, I wouldn't stop working. I mean, dear Lord, I'm lazy enough as it is. So yeah, I mean, the last thing I need to do is quit working. So I'd keep working. Except the only thing is, I work for a nonprofit. So they'd probably, once they found out I won $1 million, they'd probably be like, "You don't have to. You can just donate. You're gonna donate. You're gonna take a pay cut for sure, right?" But if none of that happened, then yeah, I think I would just throw it. I'd throw it all. I'd talk to some, fancy pants person
financial
with money.
advisor.
Yeah, financial person. And I just want to earn money on the money. I wouldn't want to like go into a business to earn money, like a rental business.
No, I would.
Yeah.
The thing is that owning a property over here to rent it out is easy. You get different rates on buying houses to let over here than you do buying to.
Nice.
To live.
We should do that.
There's different rates. Yeah. So that's it. And then, like I said, each kid will have a house then, and because that's one of the hardest things to do in the UK at the moment is try and get on the property ladder. So you need like a ridiculous amount of money deposit wise, and
So is it cheaper? Your mortgage cheaper if you rent the property?
I believe so. I'm not 100. It used to be because I looked at it a while back, and I know a few people that do own a few houses that to rent them out. Um, and I can only assume that because they work at the same job as me, that that's the um, they have secured a cheaper rate in a sense that they can earn enough to have the capital. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
it's a strange old system, but yes,
So
I believe so.
let me ask this question: do you guys have property taxes?
Um, what do you class as a property tax? Explain that to what you call it, because it
Sure,
might be called something different over here.
sure, that's fair. So twice a year, summer and winter taxes we pay. Not in this is not income tax. I know you guys don't really have our income tax thing, but it's not that. We pay property tax for any property that we owe. So mine's runs about $1,200 for some. Well, no, I think it's like $1,300 for summer. I can't remember which one's more because it's in an escrow and the bank pays it for me. I just put money in it. But one's like $1,300 and one's like $700 or something like that. And so yeah, I have to pay the county, which I think ultimately goes to the state. I have to pay the county so much money for the property that I own.
Um, and what does that get you in terms of?
The ability to
Or
own
is
the
that just you?
property and not go to jail. No, I
Oh,
wouldn't go to
wow.
jail, but I would lose my property. So if you don't pay
Okay, no.
the property taxes on your property, then you no longer own the property and it goes back to the governmental entity.
Oh no. So we have stamp duty,
Okay?
which you have to pay a certain amount of stamp duty depending on the value of your house, and that changes a lot. They're trying to change it again at the moment. They're trying to abolish it because the 3.5% want to make more money when don't want to be spending more money when they try and buy more houses.
Sure.
Um, but we pay a council tax every like a year,
Okay.
so that's divided up over a 10-month period. So it's like I think it's 1350, 4,350, depending on the banding of where you live. So like if you live more rural, your banding could be higher because for the police and the fire to get to you and
Okay.
like garbage disposal and stuff to come out to you, you have to pay a little bit more to go a little bit further. If you live closer in town and your property is smaller, less bedrooms, your banding goes down, so you pay less. I think for me it's 1,350 a year, and I pay that over a 10-month period.
So here's a question: do you pay council tax no matter whether you own property or don't own property?
No, yeah, yes. Even if you are in rented property, I believe you have to pay council tax. And if you're a single person, you get a discount if you're a single person who lives in a house, so you're not paying as much council tax.
Okay. Yeah, that's definitely what our property tax is meant to do. I really like your version because here's the funny thing. I mean, it makes a lot of sense where if you're like in rural, you pay more because property tax covers all those things, right? All the fire, police, blah 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 blah.
I'm
uh,
nodding, but yes. Sorry, I keep forgetting that I have to say yes every now.
yeah. And but for us, you only pay if you own property. So if you don't own property, you don't pay. If you only rent, you don't pay property tax.
Oh, okay.
And actually, it seems to work out because the cities have levied more taxes because it gets dumb. They can put taxes on top of it called millages and all kinds of stuff, and the cities do that quite regularly to cover different road projects and stuff like that. That if you're in the city, you usually end up like people want to live in townships and in the rural areas because the taxes are generally lower than they are in
Okay.
like where we live in the city. I don't live in a big city, but still in this city it's still lower. So
So do you pay road tax on your vehicles then?
do we pay what tax?
road tax?
No. What we end up paying is so when every year we
License
have to
fee, isn't
pay
it?
license fee. Exactly, yeah. And
And how much
that's
is that?
so for the two vehicles that we have, I think I paid around $300 for the year. Is what it
Okay.
was. It goes by how heavy the vehicle is, and how old it is, or just how heavy. I'm not sure. I know it goes by how heavy. It may have something to do with age too, but I'm not 100% sure. And so that
And that's to
depends.
cover. Is that to cover like repairing her roads and stuff like that?
Yeah, to go to part of that, and then they also ding you in gasoline tax too. That they add a tax on to your yeah. So yeah. That's what it was
Oh
spent.
wow.
That was meant to do. So yeah.
Okay. So you have vehicle tax that you have to pay here, and ours is dependent on um, emissions. So if your car emits
Mm,
more carbon dioxide,
that makes sense.
you pay more basically. So that's why over here we don't have like big. Not everybody owns like a big V8 or a big
Mm-hmm.
V12, like massive gas guzzler. Like people over here, it's like we want a 2 liter. I'd say a common vehicle over here at the moment is probably somewhere between a 1.8 liter and a 2 liter diesel, like 4 cylinder engine. Tiny little thing,
Mm-hmm.
produces very little power, but is really economical.
Yeah.
And then strap on that, we have like filters and stuff that are underneath the car that you have to have when you have your vehicle. Um, when we have to have an MOT, which is like where the car goes in for a yearly inspection to make sure it's roadworthy and so on and so forth. It's got to have those on because if it doesn't, it can fail. And so, yeah,
Hmm.
and that's how we're charged on emissions rather than the weight of the vehicle.
Makes sense. Yeah. I like that.
So, and they're now currently trying to charge for electric vehicles, which is really annoying because I don't know how they're going to do that. It's like it doesn't emit anything. It doesn't even emit sound.
So would yours is like at the moment, is that the cheapest of the cheap?
Yeah.
Your electric battery vehicle?
So the green car is £30 a year,
Oh my gosh, that'd be amazing.
and Lindsay's car is free, and my car is free.
Wow. That's
Yeah,
awesome. Yeah, that
because
would be
they emit,
great.
well, mine emits nothing, and Lindsay's is
Mm-hmm.
a petrol hybrid, so it emits very little.
Sure. Sure. Wow. That'd be
Yeah,
amazing. Well, this is a conversation, Sean, that I never thought I really was just gonna be like, yeah, I'm playing
I
Monopoly.
like how we've gone from McDonald's to
Yeah.
car tax.
Yeah. That is really funny.
If anybody that listens to this is the pinnacle of being a father.
Yeah.
This is the kind of conversation that you have as a dad.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
How much does this thing cost? It's too expensive.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
They're screwing me over on this
Yeah,
for sure. What do you do? How are you
yeah.
paying that? Yeah. Let's see. I guess really quick, I'll go over some of the stuff I've done this week, and then I'll let you go. What's going on? I don't actually even need to talk to you about this, Sean. Noah, we think had gotten bit in the ear, stung, bit, I don't know, something a while ago, like 4 weeks
Oh yeah,
ago.
you told me
Did I? Okay.
it's swollen up pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, we mentioned it 2 Mondays ago.
Okay. All right. There we go. So we took him back, and they put him on prednisone, and they stabbed him in the ear. Oh man, it was not.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was like one of those rough things to watch. They put it was a lot of stabbing, and it did not seem fun. By the way he was screaming and just how it looked as it was going in. But unfortunately, it's still not fixed. So he's got to go in for a CT scan on Monday to try to figure out what the heck is in there and what we need to do. So, yeah. So, poor dude. He has it rough. I'm afraid they're gonna make him go under the knife, not with a syringe anymore, but just like lance it open or something. But we'll see. So dealing.
Well, I mean, it's better than having something growing in his ear and potentially coming out.
Probably.
So,
That's what I'd say. So
I mean, Noah's not going to agree with that. I'd be like, well, just let it grow.
yeah,
It's fine.
he's like,
You
I'm
can be my
good. I'm
friend.
good. Don't worry about me. It's gonna be like the size of a basketball. He's like, don't worry, he's gonna name it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dave.
So we're dealing with that, which is kind of weird. Today was fun though. Bowled with the kids, and my mom went out bowling because that's what Noah they wanted to do. Actually, not just Noah, that's what they wanted to do. Played at the arcade in the bowling alley, which I think is half the fun. And then went out for some ice cream. So that was a good time. And then this weekend we're gonna be away. We're on another soccer tournament over by Detroit. This one is a Halloween tournament. So the girls decorated, they all got white shirts and decorated them with bloody handprints. So they're going to be the
Cool.
zombies. And so, yeah, they have headbands and
I like
shirts
that.
and socks and the whole gig. And so that's a fun way to do a soccer tournament, I think.
That is, yeah, that's a way to make it fun. I like that.
Yeah.
I don't think they do that over here. They might do that over here.
I had never heard of it. Our coach found it and asked us if we wanted to join in. So that is, that's pretty much my week into weekend in the high level.
What have we been up to? I've done a lot of running people around. Since we last spoke, I have driven my dad to 2 hospital appointments. I took grandma shopping. That was kind of like back end of last week through the weekend. This week has been I did work basically. Yeah, that's about it. I scored Logan those really cool Fortnite guns.
Yeah,
which was nice.
That's cool.
Battery operated Nerf guns are so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
How many batteries does it
before I
take?
just
That's the only thing. Noah has one that chews
4
through. Go ahead.
4 AA batteries.
It's not too bad.
So, no, it's not. When I bought a pack of 18 for like £4.50.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
that'll last a while.
Mm-hmm.
We did before we started recording. We did prank his sister in terms of like I had both the Nerf guns in my hand, and like Logan got like. But basically, we did a breach and entry on his sister's bedroom door, on Emily's bedroom door. So like he got ready and braced up against the door, and I set them going and opened the door, and we pretended to fire. And she was on a little swivel chair at a desk drawer, and she just dived off the chair and hid behind the bed.
I love it.
Logan screaming FBI.
That's really fun.
We did that. So yeah, I got those. He got a really cool Fortnite llama pillow as well, which is like he's now become his thing that he sleeps with, which is nice. That's it this weekend. What are we doing this weekend? It's the usual Saturday stuff like we spoke about the other week. And tomorrow I'm taking Logan swimming. Lindsay's taking grandma shopping. We've got the food shop to do. Lindsay's going for her nails doing. So I'm going to try and entertain the kids with Fortnite, probably.
Tough life.
Tough it is. And then it's a sprint weekend for the Austin Grand Prix. So by the time you're listening to this on Monday, it'll have been and gone. But so I've got that to watch. So it just means it's going to be a late night each time because I think it's like a 10 o'clock. Is it 8 o'clock race on Sunday? So 10:30. Oh, it's going to be a late one. So
How's your?
It'll be worth it.
I don't know who your favorite F1 driver is, but like how are they doing?
All the English guys.
All the English guys. How are they doing?
All the English. Lewis not so great this year with Ferrari. It's his first year with Ferrari, and he seems to still be struggling to find the balance with the car. But each car is different in terms of where the driver sits and how it's built. So there's that. George Russell still with Mercedes. He's having a pretty good go at the moment. Some decent results coming for him. And then Lando Norris is currently 20 points away from the championship lead.
Nice.
But the guy that's in the championship lead is his teammate, Oscar Piastri, who is very, very good. He's come from F2 into F1 in his first year and is currently leading a championship.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's interesting. They had an interesting to do with each other last week, which involved them like colliding ever so slightly in the first few corners, but it was a racing incident. But they both took it the wrong way, and I think that's coming into this weekend. When I was watching one of the interviews earlier, they both seemed very angry about it still. So, but what makes that really interesting is McLaren, who is the manufacturer they drive for, won the constructors championship last week. So it's kind of like all Hall's bad now because McLaren won't be putting string like when two people are in a position like this where they're fighting for a championship who drive for the same team, the team will start to give team orders in terms of trying to protect the constructors lead because they were so close to winning it.
Gotcha.
But now they've already secured that and they can't be beaten. There's no way anybody can score any way of points for the constructors for them to take the constructors trophy away from them. There'll be no more team orders in terms of don't drive each other off the road. Basically, please be mindful of the team orders rather than your individual championships. So now that's when it's going to be interesting to watch. It's going to be very good because they're both young. Lando has been in F1 for a while, and this is the closest he's ever been to winning a championship, and he's absolutely hungry for it. And Piastri's come into it, who's as young as Lando, and is doing well enough to win it in his first year. So there's like pressure for, I've worked hard to get here, and I want it. I also want it. It's mine. First year, I'm winning. So it's good. And then you've got Max Verstappen, who's like, he's won it for the last 3 years in a row, who's kind of creeping up behind them, who's a young lad as well. So it's good. It's good fun.
Cool
to watch. Very excited.
Nice. Well, my Lions lost to Lindsay's Chiefs, so there's that. And we didn't even look
that yet. She still hasn't mentioned it.
Yeah. Well, good for you. So we didn't even look that great. Unfortunately, we looked sad. So hopefully we can get it together and beat a good Buccaneers team on Monday. Because if we lose against that, it's going to start looking sketchy. So
does that put the Lions?
It put us even, I think.
3 for 2, or 3 for 3.
Maybe 3. I
think we went into last weekend's match that wasn't the Chiefs. 2 for 2, didn't they?
No, we were. Let me see. I'm just gonna look because I'm just saying stuff now. Right. I thought we were 1 and 3, which means we'd be 2 and 3 now.
Was it the Chiefs that were?
We're 4 and we're 4 and 2 currently. So if we don't win this, we're 4 and 3.
So still doing well considering.
Yeah. But we just need this one if we want to a shot at it, really. So that's my personal opinion. I could be wrong, but we will have won against all the not great teams and lost against all the fairly good teams, and that's a sign of you're probably out. So we were lost against the Packers and the Chiefs, and the Buccaneers are pretty good. So if we can't put up a fight and get some points against the Buccaneers, then I just don't think we'll be able to hold water this year. So we shall see. I think we're missing our offensive coordinator. That's my personal opinion. He was good at being able to figure out how to make things happen when maybe they shouldn't have otherwise been able to happen. He had some magic, so we'll see.
He had the playbook.
He did, yeah. He really did. He was good.
Yeah.
Ben Johnson, why'd you have to leave us, you jerk? Now you're in Chicago.
Anyway, so we started this episode on a really high note of being excited about McDonald's Monopoly, and now we're going off into the sunset for a Monday feeling really sad about Lions. So
we're going to win. We're going to win. That's what we're going to do. We're going to win for sure. And I'm going to win. I'm going to win something. I don't care what it is. Even if I just won a TV. If I won $100, I'd be the happiest man. You think I won $1 million the next time I came on this podcast? I'll be like, Sean, I won! I won! I'm going to retire. Buy myself a boat because I got $100.
It's like over here when we play the lottery and you get an email saying, congratulations, you have won. And you're like, you log in, you're like, you've won £1.20. Woo! £1.20.
We were playing over here. The lottery got to some stupid amount, which it does every once in a while, like some $1 billion lottery or whatever. And a friend, actually, my president at the time was like, Nick, you should play. And I was like, I don't do this. I'll do scratchies, tickets. That's about all I'll do. And I only do those like once in a very blue moon. And he was like, no, you should play. So he got me 2 tickets. Out of those 2 tickets, I won $3. So now
Nice.
I don't play because I will be one of the few people that can say, hey, I played the lottery and I came out ahead. So there you go.
I like it.
Uh-huh.
I like it very much. But anyway, what I have coming up leads us into next week's episode. Not next week's episode. It leads us into Wednesday's episode. And I'm only saying this now because I'm assuming we've gone a while for this. So yeah,
you're right on.
Cool. What was I going to say? Yeah. So I am taking. And I'm just listening because he's still up and around at this time. I'm taking Logan to London on behalf of the Nintendo dads to go to a nice. We've got a really good opportunity to go to a pop-up store that's happening down there. So we're kind of traveling down for that. There's too many people moving. But I'm also a little bit nervous about that because we're going to take him on the tube. We're going to go to the National History Museum. Rex has appeared. That's why everybody was moving. I'm going to take him to the National History Museum afterwards, but I'm a little bit nervous about taking him on the tube because he's going to be busy. I've never done it. I've never been to London, so I've got to try and navigate the tube system with a lot of people and a Logan, and I'm a bit like worried. I'd be fine taking him on a plane. Taking him on a plane, I'd be absolutely fine because you're just walking through an airport. There's only one way to go to get through the airport, like the tube system, like we were talking about before, and you could end up on the right train going in the wrong direction. So yeah, can always end up on the wrong. Could you end up on the wrong plane going? I don't know. That's just, I don't even want to think about that. That's thinking it's just a whole new level of panic.
Not nowadays. Not now. You'd be really hard to end up on the wrong plane. Like, a lot of people screwed up if you ended up on the wrong plane. I mean,
those cherries can always line up. It's one of those things.
Yeah, it could. Somebody has to click your ticket though at the front gate now, and see that you're on the manifest. So seems difficult.
True. So our dad topic for this week is going to be traveling and worries and how to combat those worries. Or for me, pre-plan for the unimaginable, because that's what I'm going to be doing for the next 2 days before we go away. Is plan for all the things that you can't usually plan for. So join us on Wednesday for that. We apologize if you leave this podcast feeling hungry after I was talking about McDonald's monopoly for like the first 20 minutes of the episode. Yeah, thanks.
And if you have a Ventnor Avenue, you can feel free to just give it to me. That's fine. That'd be great.
Share it.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, is that the $1 million one?
No, that's a Jeep. That'd be fine. I'll be good with the Jeep. I'm not looking. Yeah. 2026 Jeep.
You could split.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. I'll use it for the first 10 years of its life, and then you can have it the rest. I'm a really kind guy that way.
Yeah. It's nice. I mean, I've seen what your van can look like, so you know. Anyway. No, I'm just kidding. I'm pretty sure you'd look after it.
Yeah. No, it looks like crap. It's fine. I got 4 12-foot 2x4s in my van, Sean. That's all you need to know. That's why vans rock. Okay, call me a soccer dad.
Nick is really good. Nick is really good at fitting big pieces of wood into small places.
That's all, folks. Have a nice week. See you later.
Thanks for tuning in to Dad Crossing. We're here to remind you that this podcast is made by dads for dads. It's a place where all of us can come together, share a laugh, and tackle the wild ride that is fatherhood. If you want to keep the conversation going or just need a safe space to chat or ask for help, you are always welcome to reach out. You can find me, Sean, at Sean_Abbott, and you can find my good friend Nick at Nick10Do. And of course, give our social media platforms a good look over because that is where we share all the updates, all the laughs, and all the things dad life. That is, everything is at Dad Crossing. For anything more, feel free to drop us a message at team@dadcrossing.com. And until next time, stay strong, stay connected, and remember, you're never alone on this journey. We'll see you in the next episode of Dark Crossing.